Do you want to introduce yourself for me?
Into what camera?
Into this camera.
Okay. Are you going to give me like a countdown or not? Okay. I've realised how I don't like this. Right. I remember when I was younger, saying to my mum that the kind of pains that I had, and she just would say to me, oh, I used to have them, maybe it's different types of food and things like that. I get really, really bad flare-ups, which causes very discomfort pain. Sometimes I have to just take days out because the pain is just unbearable. So it is probably 75% of my life just pain with endometriosis.
One of the hardest things about her endo to me is seeing the pain that she has to go through every day. And even when she doesn't look like she's in pain, she is, and I know she is. She's just getting really good at hiding it now.
So it took a good 7 years for me to be diagnosed, and it was a very long process. Being diagnosed, it got cancelled twice, my surgery, so I was having to wait months and months, and I built myself up ready to kind of hear the bittersweet news of, oh, this is what you have, and it would kind of be taken away from me. So definitely between them months, I wouldn't want to leave, I wouldn't want to make plans, I would just kind of lay in bed, and it's like you can't say to someone, oh, this is what I have when you haven't been diagnosed with it. So it wasn't something, whereas now it's like at least I know. Just before I had my laparoscopy and I was diagnosed with endometriosis, it got to a point where I would be in bed every single day, I'd be crying, I'd be ringing Sam up saying, oh, I'm just in so much pain. There are certain things that make things better for me. So when I have a flare-up, I have tablets that I take, I have a hot water bottle which I cannot live without. I think it's even broke my kettle because I use it so much, the hot water bottle. So I guess it was Sam, my partner, the first person I told, because he is pretty much affected by it as much as I am, because he has to see me go through it. And that was quite hard because it was like, okay, well, at least we know what it is. Like I said before, bittersweet. It's like, you know what it is, but there is no cure, and this is the long list of things that come with it.
Yeah, it's horrible to see someone like that you care so much about in that much pain, and you can't. Look, you can try and do stuff, but you know that what you're doing isn't really going to help a lot.
I remember when I went to see a specialist and I was with my mum, and he said, oh, you know, you're 20, maybe, you know, you might want to try for kids now, so you're closer to, you know, realising whether you can have them or not. And I just thought, I'm 20, I don't want to have a kid now, and I don't want to let endo kind of take over that part of my life of thinking, right now I've been told I might not be able to have kids, I should try now. But yeah, it's definitely upsetting thinking that it's something that's might take something away from me that I've always wanted.
It's not something you think that you'd ever have to deal with, but I don't think anyone ever does. And yeah, when I sort of learned a bit more about it and that endo can stop you from having kids, it was hard at first, but ultimately I want to be with Lily for Lily, and if that's part of what comes with it, then that's how we deal with it. Whether that is going through IVF or adoption or whatever, then that's just how it is now, and that's okay.
I mean, I have thought about it. It's obviously really sad. And I actually remember when, just before I got kind of diagnosed, I remember saying to my sisters, like, well, what if I can't have kids? And I remember one of them, Poppy, who's like the middle one, she just said, well, if you can't, then I'll carry your child. And I just thought, well, I'm so grateful to have this family around me that support me so much to even like say that. So I guess I'm luckier than other people.
For anyone that is going through endo, if you know someone that is going through endo, you have to just try and be for them in the right ways. That you just got to remember they're in excruciating pain and they can't deal with it. And although you're trying to help them, you are trying, it still won't be enough to help them. So you just got to do everything you can to make them feel a bit better about themselves.
I guess my final words for people battling endometriosis in the world at the moment would just be strong. Today you might be okay and tomorrow you might not, so you just got to pick yourself up, and there are people out there that do understand. So yeah.